High Desert Sobriety is a podcast where recovering addicts and alcoholics get together and get real about their journey trudging the 12 steps. There's an excerpt, not safe for work, from a recent episode. So I have since come to find out, like this year, I found out that there was no such thing as that fellowship for the white powder in LA at that time, and it was desperately needed. And so Tom Kay, who actually was not a user of that stuff, was a pioneer of starting meetings for people who didn't feel comfortable in other 12-step meetings but felt like there needed to be one specific to what had brought them low. Is that how am I doing? How am I doing?
That's what I understand, is that he was getting all these guys, a lot of them, in the entertainment industry, and they, get sent to Studio 12 and they'd say, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I have a cocaine problem. I have a cocaine problem. So Tom basically said, okay, fools, we'll just start a special program for all you special people. That was a big allure to me. And also, I was very, very thin when I was using.
Oh, yeah.
When I got here, I weighed 109 pounds, and I'm 5'6". And it wasn't that I was like a super chunk to begin with, and I just kept getting thinner and thinner. And I remember this gal stopped me at work one day, and she goes, Guy, I think you're too thin. And I said, I've waited my whole life for somebody to tell me that, and just like blew it off. You know what I mean?
I had a guy, a rock and roll guitar player in Hollywood, look me dead in the eye and go, whatever you're doing, stop it. Just from the weight loss. I had just shriveled up to the size of a mop handle. And I'm built like a bulldog. God didn't create me to be 120, but I was probably down in that range somewhere. Whatever you're doing, stop it.
Well, I can relate to that because I remember this is when skinny jeans were first coming in, and I was at the mall and I tried on a 7, and the 7 were way too big. And then I tried on a 5, and the 5 were too big. And then I tried on a 3, and I ended up buying them, but they weren't tight on me.
I don't have a good feel for women's clothes size. That's a mystery to me, but that's real scrawny. That's thin as a snake, as we used to say in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, High Desert Sobriety, a new podcast about recovery and the 12 steps, recorded in Santa Fe, New Mexico at the Friendship Club Studios, available on Apple and Spotify and Amazon and pretty much any place you find your podcasts.